Welcome to my presentation about why Mega Beedrill will be— Oh, sorry, you want me to get out of the way? Okay, sure, fine, whatever. Why Mega Beedrill will be good when it comes back. So first, some context. Back about 7 years ago, I grinded Pokemon OU into Uber singles. I was a Mega Beedrill specialist. In fact, I never used or even tried another Mega. It was broken. However, singles is not doubles, and in doubles, Mega Beedrill is considered— Some guy said this Pokemon sucks. This guy made a video about the top 10 worst Mega evolutions and Mega Beedrill was number 1. This video got nearly 3 million views, so public opinion of Mega Beedrill is at an all-time low. And while some of the things he said may be true, I believe that there are things that will help Mega Beedrill become a VGC threat. Take a look at this. That's a lot of attack and speed. 150 attack, 145 speed. That's faster than Flutter Mane. That's stronger than some other Pokemon. For context— oh shoot, okay. For context, that's higher speed than Flutter Mane, don't mention booster energy, and other fast megas like Mega Gengar. Also, it can one-hit KO both of these Pokemon. A look at a calc on Flutter Mane, very bulky Pokemon. So let's talk about its ability. Adaptability is one of the best abilities in the game. It makes it so its stab moves are essentially super effective, meaning if it can hit the target for neutral damage, it can pick up a lot of easy KOs. So what stab moves do we use? A lot of people use X-Scissor, maybe U-Turn for the utility of it. However, I think that Fell Stinger is the right move to use for Mega Beedrill. I'm not saying that because of its secondary effect of drastically raising its attack, because that's probably not going to happen that much. The secondary effect will actually put a lot of pressure on the opponent to make a defensive play, which when predicted can further aid Mega Beedrill's super offensive playstyle and deal immense damage or even get KOs on switch-ins. Poison Jab is the only real option for a poison type stab move. It's strong, has a poison chance, so we want to KO things in one hit anyway. And to be honest, it's just better than anything else. And there's a calc for Fell Stinger on a max HP Tyranitar. Don't consider Terra Flying, we're gonna pressure the Terras using our stab moves. That's the idea here. So that guy said that this Pokemon has no coverage, and I just gotta say, yes it does. All of the types that Bug and Poison are resisted by? Well, we have Drill Run, a strong ground type move with a high crit chance to hit those Poison and Steel types. This can KO those Pokemon if they've already taken a hit, or if they're more frail, they will probably just die. Though those are more defensive types, so I don't always expect that to be the case. And Knockoff hits the Ghost types for super effective damage and is incredibly strong. One of the best moves in the game. 97.5 base power on a Pokemon with an item, and with that attack stat, that can hit really hard. Something like Dragapult will have a near unwinnable matchup against Mega Beedrill, as it typically will have a Terra type of Ghost, meaning it can't avoid super effective damage. Oh, and by the way, I just want to get this out of the way. I'm just going into this presentation assuming that you cannot terrestrialize a Mega Pokemon because there's no way that Terra Flying Mega Rayquaza gets through testing. Okay, so I'm just going to assume that that's not going to happen. But here's the problem. So, Mega Beedrill suffers from 4 move syndrome. A lot of Pokemon do. There's a lot of moves that you want to use on any given Pokemon, and you can only choose 4. It wants its 2 stab moves and its coverage moves, but it needs Protect to deal with Fake Out. So I think you'll have to drop one of Drill Run or Knockoff based on what you have on the rest of the team, or like what the meta's looking like. We cannot drop Protect. Okay, it's time to address the elephant in the room. Ugh. That's not good. Okay, so hear me out. This is where I talk about what will make Mega Beedrill better now than it was before, and it all has to do with its teammates. There's one big scary man we have to worry about. So, it is a Pokemon VGC video. We're talking about Incineroar. Incineroar is our worst nightmare, right? I mean, it has Intimidate, which we can't stop because we have to hold the Beedrillite to Mega Evolve. And it has Fake Out, which does a hefty chunk of our health and allows us to get comboed and just die turn 1. Here's where our teammates come in, starting with Ogerpon Grass. Thanks to its Defiant ability, it dissuades an Incineroar lead because it also gets access to Low Kick. This not only helps in general with Steel types, but if we train our Ogerpon to barely not KO with Low Kick, we can begin our Fell Stinger pressure. If we don't want to just kill it outright. I don't really know what the meta's gonna look like. You know, just an idea. Throwing things out there. On top of that, Ogerpon has Follow Me, making it a great protector of the Beedrill. Its grass typing also allows it to redirect spores that can slow down our Beedrill. Therefore, a bulky Ogerpon is a great partner for Beedrill. Said Beedrill a lot there. And there's Indeedee Female, one of my personal favorite Pokemon. Its Psychic Surge makes Fake Out a non-issue, on top of other priority like E-Speed and Sucker Punch, which can give us trouble. Especially E-Speed, and we'll talk about that later. It also provides that very helpful redirection for Mega Beedrill to be able to go crazy. I like it a little less than Ogerpon here, but it's still a good option because you can give it Imprison Trick Room to stop one of the main threats to Mega Beedrill. The thing is, Mega Beedrill is so fast that Trick Room is going to be one of the main ways you're going to want to stop it, but with that Imprison, we just eliminate it until the Indeedee goes down, but By that time, Mega Beedrill is already going to do huge damage and potentially even take out their Trick Room setting. Helping Hand also allows Mega Beedrill to essentially bypass Intimidate. There's a lot of utility here that can really help Mega Beedrill get its job done. So Follow Me is great and all, but what about spread moves? Yeah, this is kind of a problem for Mega Beedrill. An Arrowlate Hyper Voice from Mega Salamence will kill us, same with an Eruption from Torkoal or Typhlosion. Therefore, Wide Guard would be very helpful for us. Hitmontop is a good option, since it also has Fake Out and Intimidate. Then there's Gallade, who also has strong offense. I mean, Hitmontop is a world champ. I'm pretty sure, don't fact check me on that. There's a number of good choices here. I do think Mega Sal will be one of Mega Beedrill's worst matchups, as it probably was in the past if people actually use this thing. Sorry for no images, to all the viewers who have low attention spans. We need some good attackers in the back too. Beedrill excels at getting its opponents weak and scaring them into switching when it doesn't outright KO them. Therefore, strong attackers in the back will have an easy time sealing up games. I think spread moves will help with that. Choice Scarf Typhlosion, a level 9 Tails with Blizzard, or Specs Goldengo are good options, especially Goldengo as it should have a good matchup in a Mega Salamence. Which, by the way, will be incredibly common, I just want to get that out of the way right now. I will bring up Gallade again, as it pairs nicely with Indeedee that we talked about before, and it gets a lot of one-hit KOs with Psycho Cut even when dealing neutral damage thanks to Psychic Terrain. So I hope we can agree that with the right team, Mega Beedrill can excel. However, I won't lie, we're kinda cooked when Restricteds are lethal. Mega Rayquaza has extreme speed, which ignores Follow Me and outgoes us. Primal Groudon needs physical moves for breakfast, same with Zamazenta. Calyrex Shadow is one of the few mons faster than Mega Beedrill and has a strong spread move. Is it hopeless once these Pokemon are legal? The answer is probably yes, but I guarantee that I will try everything I can to make this Pokemon work in all rule sets. I will try to find the team that helps make it the best that it can be, and if I fail, at least I put my money where my mouth is and tried. There are so many Pokemon that there will be some that help it become the best that it can be in all formats. We just have to try and find it. At the very least, it isn't too bad in Xerneas, so that could change if Xerneas. Oh god, I don't want to think about that. This concludes my presentation. I hope that I could convince you to consider trying this Pokemon when it comes back. And together, we may finally be able to make Mega Beedrill into the awesome powerhouse it's meant to be. Let me know if there's another Mega Pokemon you think could get better in the future in the comments, and I may make a video on it. And until next time, goodbye.